This is Linda Pumphrey, our National Sales Manager. And there's a gentleman on a tractor over here. That's Tim Hoffman, our CFO, and we can't get him off the tractor. So if it's raining, he'll still be sitting out here. But I want to thank everybody for coming. We even have visitors as far away as China here this morning. And we welcome you for being here. Thank you very much. And we are happy. That's great. And we're happy to have Linda Erickson and her husband with us today. And we'll have Linda Erickson and her husband come up. Linda will be coming up in a little bit. The husband gets to sit down. You're lucky. Linda will come up in a later time. But again, we thank everybody for coming. And I think the rain is going to hold off for a little while. So that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. AccuQuilt has revolutionized the way quilters cut fabric, and now we're showing our support for the quilting community in one of the biggest possible ways. AccuQuilt is moving to change the paradigm of quilters in more ways than just cutting fabric. AccuQuilt is excited to join the Barn Quilt movement and investing more of ourselves in the quilt community today. We hope that by having one of the world's largest barn quilts on our building brings inspiration to generations of quilters to come. The quilt block is a symbol of big things to come from AccuQuilt, and I am really excited because we have some big things coming in the near future. You're going to be really excited. We welcome all the quilting enthusiasts from all across the globe to stop by and see our barn quilt and tour our facilities. We give tours here, so tell all your friends and quilting enthusiasts to come visit us. We may put you on the phones, may make you run the lasers. We'll put you to work, but please come visit us and we'll show you our excitement and our interest in the quilting community. The other thing is be sure to follow us on Facebook. We have a global following on Facebook, and we have customers and fans from over 50 countries around the globe. We have fans from Switzerland, Colombia, Malaysia, Germany, Indonesia, and the list goes on and on and on. And thank you to all the customers and fans of our Facebook. We appreciate your interest in AccuQuilt. And now I'd like to invite Linda Pumphrey to talk about the barn quilt history, our grand prize winnings, and the grand prize winner. Linda Pumphrey.
Thank you. I have the fortunate opportunity to know Donna Sue Groves, who started the Quilt Block Trail movement in 2001. Well, actually, this movement kind of started earlier. As she was a young child, they would go to family visits of their grandmother who lived in Roane County, West Virginia. And her grandmother is a quilter, and her mom is a quilter. Donna is a one-time quilter. She's made one quilt. And then she's made a ton of quilt blocks throughout the country. As they would travel to the grandma as a child, they were traveling the back roads of West Virginia. And many of us probably have played the card game where you look for the different license plates of the states. Well, in West Virginia, there pretty much was just West Virginia license plates. So her mother came up with a whole game of looking for different types of barns. And barns that had like commercial signs, like a message for like tobacco or something on it, would get certain points. Red barns would get more points. Different type of barn, German barns, English barns would get different points. And German, Pennsylvania, Dutch barns with the hex signs painted on the side of them, which are wonderful, colorful geometric shapes, would get the most points. They would get 50 points. So if you saw one of those, you probably won the game. So Donna Sue imprint of barns was established very early in her life. Donna Sue and her mother traveled and landed and did things that the path of our life takes us on. And finally, they both settled in southeast Adams County of Ohio, which is a very rural part of Ohio, on a farm, and you guys guessed it, that farm had a barn. It was a typical tobacco barn that is very prevalent throughout the region. And when Donna Sue was looking at her barn one day, she remarked to her mother, "That is the ugliest barn I have ever seen." So in 1989, she told her mom that she was going to paint a quilt square on the outside of the barn. And that idea kind of percolated. And then finally in 2000, along with some of her friends, they went for a grant from the state of Ohio and put together a committee where they were going to do a trail of quilt barn squares to encourage people to come into Southeast Ohio and get tourism dollars and help the economy of the rural community.